Hey guys, welcome back. It is the last round of the Rugby Championship and the All Blacks are looking for a coveted Southern Hemisphere Grand Slam. They haven't done it since 2017, so it is a big one. The Springboks, they will be desperate to not make that happen and also to get their first win in 4 weeks or 4 games, because they've lost literally 3 on the trot now, and they haven't lost 4 on a trot, I think, since 2016. So it is a big game for both teams. Going into the two teams, you can see there's a couple of changes on the All Blacks' side. Not many changes for the Springboks. The only changes you can see for them is in the front row, where Oxenchair comes in at number 1, or in the Lucid side. And Lucid from last week, Nyakane, who played his 50th last week, he moves from the Lucid to the tight head. He is totally a swinger prop these days, playing on both sides. One test he's on the one side, next test he's on the other, and he's scrumming brilliantly. Probably one of the best props in the Springbok setup at the moment. So is Oxenchair, whose international career is probably still a young one. Joe Moody, the experienced prop for the All Blacks, he continues this week. Laulala also at number 3. I have to say, last week their propping skills weren't that good. They were probably out-scrummed in most of the scrums, but the scrumming of the All Blacks in the competition has still been the most successful. Taylor at number 2 up against Bongi Mbunambi, also a big battle. Taylor, he was probably a little bit more quiet than usual last week. Bongi Mbunambi, he continues at number 2. I say it every week, I still think Marx is supposed to be starting because he's in very good form, but Bongi also, he was good with his line out throwing last week. Marxie is one of those players, when he comes onto the park, he ups the intensity. Then we get to the star-studded locks of both teams. Retallick and Barrett, they were brilliant last week, but at line out time, I think the Springboks also had the upper hand, with Eben Etzebeth playing his 94th game this week and Loat de Jager at number 5. That just is a settled combination. They've been playing together for so many years, and you could see last week when Loat de Jager came back that things were just better at line-out time for them, and those two managed the line-out so well. Then we get to the loose forwards. Siya Kolisi, he's been in brilliant form this year. I really think he's pulling his weight very well as the captain for the side. Kwagga Smith also impressed me at number 7. I had my doubts a little bit of what he's going to do at number 7. South Africa usually has a big guy at number 7, but I have to say he's also a workhorse. He made a lot of tackles and he was very busy last week as well. Akira Ioane, he continues at number 6 for the All Blacks. He's also been quite a busy guy this year for the All Blacks. Adi Savia, he moves back from 8 to number 7, where he was originally put in last week. Jacobson, he is set to start this week again. Last week he was a late withdrawal. And then Vermeulen, he continues at number 8. Last week was probably his best game since he returned for the Springboks. He's just everywhere on that park, and he's going to want to continue that. Then we get to the part of the play where it's probably the most, what do we say, controversial, or thing we have to talk about the most. Faf de Klerk and Handré Pollard at 9 and 10. A lot of people want changes there. Yes, I don't think they've been in the best form either. But Faf de Klerk, he was nailing those box kicks in perfect positions most of the time. Let's say this, he was kicking at the right spots, but not always at the right time. There is times when the Springboks have turnover possession where they really should be using that back line and attacking the ball, where they have massive overlaps for that dangerous outside backs of theirs, and they just don't use it. And that is a big problem for them. I think between Faf de Klerk and Handré Pollard, yes, they kick a lot. It did work. They really do put the All Blacks under a lot of pressure. They do put the All Blacks back in their own territory as well. Yes, a lot of people also judge it as very boring rugby, but that is something that they really put against the All Blacks, and the All Blacks did struggle to score many tries from that. I mean, they scored 1 try against the Springboks last week. It's probably not the most attractive rugby, but it does work. They lost by 2 points, and that is because of those couple of counter-attacking positions where on the 22 of the opposition, Faf de Klerk decides to put a box kick, or Handré Pollard decides for a cross kick for some reason. That video of that last 6 minutes of brain fades, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. For the All Blacks, they have Brad Weber at number 9. It's quite interesting bringing him in because I thought TJ has done well. But the thing is, Brad Weber is very good at playing a sweeper role just between the fullbacks and the defenders. He plays a sweeper role behind for chip kicks. So the All Blacks is going to want him to cover those little chip kicks as well. So good to have him there as well for them. Beauden Barrett, he continues at number 10, despite Mahunga being back for the team as well. He is on the bench this week. Havili continues at number 12. He had a quiet week last week. Damien de Allende strong as ever last week around as well. Strong carries, very good on defense as well. Probably a little bit guilty of also not passing out wide. But I mean, if you have limited possession, every guy along the line is going to try and run with it as well. Lucanio he hasn't had the best rugby championship so far this year. He's been very quiet. Defensively, still sound. Anton Leonard-Brown at number 13 comes in for the All Blacks, back from his injury. That shifts Rico Ioane out to number 11, and I thought Rico Ioane is being settled down as the centre now. One of the reasons for that is probably because the wingers didn't do too well of the All Blacks last week with that aerial bombardment they faced. The back three is very important for the All Blacks when it comes to those kicks that they are going to face. Well, it depends on how they line up with their defense. If they do jam-pack 14 players up front and only 1 or 2 players out at the back. But Rico Ioane, he's much taller as well on the wing, so he would be sound there as well. Bridge did not have a good game on the aerial skills, but I have to say Nkosi is a brilliant guy in the air, so don't just blame Bridge for that. Severies, he comes in at number 14, switching out with Will Jordan, his Crusaders teammate. And then Jordie Barrett at number 15, he was brilliant at fullback. He just diffused most of that bombs coming his way. And he also kicked at poles. I didn't select him as my kicker. I selected Beauden Barrett as my kicker in my fantasy game, so I got no points last week for my kicker. Willie Leroux, he continues at number 15. I think we haven't seen him doing too many playmaking in this last couple of weeks. Hopefully we see this time around. The cap difference in the starting 15s, 619 for the All Blacks, 647 for the Boks. I think that's the closest of any games so far in the Rugby Championship. On the benches, there's a lot of changes as well for the All Blacks. They face a 5-3 split again of the Springboks. They're not going to do a 6-2 split like they are known for. Aumua, he comes in at number 16 up against Marx. Very similar type of players, I think, except now Aumua is bloody fast. Bauer at number 17, I think that's a good guy to bring in at number 17. I think he's been one of their best loose aids so far this year. So bringing him on there against a guy like Koch, who's been scrumming very well, is good to have him there. That's going to solidify their scrum as well. Kitshoff up against Tuonga Fasi, big battle. Then Franco Mostert, always the engine coming on for the team. Tuipulotu at number 19. Blackadder, he's been brilliant this year also for the team. Up against Jasper Wiese, he's different to Van Staden. Van Staden plays onto the ball, tries to get it at breakdown time. Unfortunately, he's injured because last week he played very well when he came onto the park. Jasper Wiese, he's more of a ball carrier. TJ Perenara at number 21. Herschel Yankees at number 21. I haven't been impressed too much with him this year with the limited time he has gotten. Elton Yankees, we didn't see him at all last week, so hopefully this time around we will see him. There was a reason for that with that injury to Van Staden. Richard Mahunga, that's the guy you have to highlight, the talisman of the All Blacks as well. Another playmaker they can bring on for Beauden Barrett as well. So dangerous, along with Damien McKenzie. So will we maybe see Jordie Barrett shift to the wings, or maybe Damien McKenzie on the wings? We'll see what they do there at the end. Frans Steyn, he's at number 23. I would have liked to see, for the All Blacks, I should just mention, Tupaya play again, because he's been brilliant. I actually thought he's trying to fight his way into the starting team. I mean, he got that match-winning turnover at the end of the game as well. So Tupaya is a guy to really look out for. Unfortunately, not playing in this game. Guys, the conditions look good for this one. I know it is raining on Thursday and Friday before the Saturday game. Saturday looks like it's all sunny, so I don't think that's going to affect the conditions too much. I'm going to go with my gut here. I haven't predicted the Springboks to win against the All Blacks in recent times, but I think the All Blacks is going to lose this one. gut feeling, I really don't know. I think the Springboks to win it by 1 point. Let's see what happens, because it could go either way between these two teams every single time they do play. Guys, I'll see you for the next one. If you want to see more international rugby content, hit the subscribe button, and then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.